Good evening, everybody. Tonight we are doing Castlevania from 86, 87. This is being played on the Castlevania Anniversary Collection on PC. The first Castlevania is one of my comfort games. It's just something that I just play through from time to time. I usually try to get through it without dying, so let's see if we can do that tonight. Just work our way through this courtyard here. Get the secret behind the door. And typically when I play, with the exception of maybe one other place in the game, I try to get the holy water and keep that through the entire game. Castlevania is a lot like Contra in that there's one weapon that is just a lot more useful than any of the other ones, and you try to keep that weapon. In this game, the holy water is that. So we'll try to avoid accidentally picking up any other weapons. Holy water's a really bad one to get accidentally. I usually stay right here until I get the sub-weapon multiplier to at least get it up to a double shot. There we go. And typically, once you play through the game a few times, you kind of know where the weapons are that you don't want to get. But you have to be careful because the weapon drops from enemies are randomized, so you really have to be careful not to pick up something accidentally. Oh, never done that before. That was cool. Never done that one before. There, we got our triple. This is a useful spot if you just want to get a lot of points quickly to get an extra life or something like that. That's what I used to do, but we shouldn't need that. So. And like with most of the bosses in this game, the holy water makes it quick and easy work. I do actually get the boomerang here because I think the stage is a lot, the enemy placement is a lot more fun to play and easier if you use the boomerang. And we can get the holy water later in the stage, so I just go ahead and get the boomerang here. There are lots of places in the game where you have to go stand at a certain spot or kneel at a certain spot to get a little bonus. Pretty sure I know where all those are. I'll hit all those. I didn't get an NES until about 1988. It's like fall of '88, I think, and Castlevania 2 Simon's Quest was getting ready to come out. I remember it being in Nintendo Power, and I really wanted that one, but the type of personality I am, I didn't want to get that game until I got this game and finished it, so that was what introduced me to this game, and I've it's always been one of my favorite platforming games, platforming slash fighting slash adventure games. So. And again, you want to end up at the boss with the holy water, and you just spam it. Easy work. There's a lot more platforming to this level. A lot more jumps and so forth. You have to be careful for these ravens. Again, you still just want to keep the holy water. Just have to be careful on this stage, because it almost happened. Those guys will knock you into the pits and you'll die. I'm kind of actually kind of surprised that I didn't fall there. The crows are mostly predictable, but occasionally they go a different way than you would expect them to. So that's what makes this level particularly dangerous. Alright. Now, most people, when they enter this part, this block that I'm standing on, there's meat there. They go ahead and break that, but then they're trapped down here with the mummies. So I always just get up here, and you can just throw the holy water down on them with impunity. Can't touch you. I always thought it was funny with he has that gigantic ball there, but he ends up being fine. The bat patterns and the fishman patterns are a little random. They're dependable, but sometimes you will get caught with some randomness that messes you up. So you have to be a little careful there. It's not always the same. And you do have to be careful in this section, right on cue. Quite a bit of the time they will drop an axe there, and you do not want the axe. You want to keep the holy water. Again, my advice for this game is keep the holy water. It makes most of the bosses sort of trivial. Messing this up really badly. There we go. A little worried there. Usually you want to catch them with the holy water. Like that right there. And what do? We spam the boss with holy water. And again, here you just have to work quickly, dodge the bones that they throw. This secret here, I don't recall knowing that one growing up. It's so random, you have to stand there and walk towards that wall for a few seconds to get the one up. I never remember finding that one out on my own. Some of the other ones you will, you know, it's not too hard to come across them yourself, but that one, and there's nothing else like that in the game either. There are lots of places where you crouch or stand for 4 or 5 seconds or something like that, but just standing there walking into that wall, not obvious at all. A lot of people find these armored knights difficult, but they'll die with one really good placed holy water shot. So again, keep the holy water. If you're this far into the video, I'd ask that you drop a like on the video, consider subscribing. Likes and subscriptions encourage me to do more things like this. So, if you've watched it this far, go ahead and drop that like. I always thought this level was one of the hardest in the game, because, you know, the enemies take a lot of your health away when they hit you. There's a lot of those armored knights, but if you just get a consistent rhythm, and again, keep the holy water. That's not too hard. Oh, one other thing to note, you can actually throw the holy water farther. If you're jumping when you throw it, it goes a little farther. So yeah, there's that. This was always one of the hardest bosses when I played it before. But again, we have the holy water, so we've got nothing to fear. Just literally sit here and spam the boss with the holy water. You take nothing else away from this playthrough. Spam the bosses with holy water. That's an axe. Do not get that. Now, this is one of the sections that I always struggled with, but again, if you have the holy water, it's not hard at all. Jump up, throw holy water at it, it stuns it. Throw holy water, it stuns it, keeps it from hitting you. And you just repeat that, and you can get past these bats really easily. Now there's a section coming up that will either make or break your no-death run. It's a section up here where you encounter those eagles with where they're throwing the hunchbacks at you. You can get really screwed up here. If you can get to this point right here with one or no hits, then you're doing really well. Okay, we're in good shape. Now, I will post this video regardless of whether or not I can finish the game without losing a life. But let's see if we can do it. Not looking good. There's lots of times where he just appears where you're standing and there's really not anything you can do except take the hit. We'll see. Oh, man. So close. Alright. So we didn't make the no-death run. That's a boomerang, by the way. I never used the boomerang. Because, again, you're going to want to keep the holy water. Problem is, if you die, you don't have a multiplier for your holy water. So that's the point where you want to destroy those fireballs that he throws. Oh man, you want to destroy the fireballs that he throws with the holy water, so you can get a multiplier. And I'm not doing so well. Man. Oh well, so much for that. It's not my night. See, there's nothing you can do. When he pops up like that, there's really not anything you can do. There we go. That's what we're looking for. It's very difficult to beat his second form if you don't have that multiplier, so we spend a little bit of time just trying to get that. And now we'll take care of him. Oh, I didn't mean to jump into him. There we go. Okay, so what do we do, kids? We spam it with holy water. Holy water, jump attack, holy water, jump attack. There we go. And that's it. Fun fact, the names they put in the credits are sort of modified names of a lot of the actors that were in a lot of the Universal monster movies. Always thought that was kind of cool. And the game loops over again. This version, it's quite a bit harder. The enemies are faster and stuff. I've never spent a lot of time playing it. But if you've made this far in the video, I appreciate it. Again, just consider dropping a like, consider subscribing to the channel. That makes it a lot more worthwhile to do more of these. Check out the other videos on the channel that I've done in the past. And with that, good night.